Hey guys, Dante here and welcome back to my channel, The Burgos Art. And welcome back to another Sunday night art stream. So I'm just double checking all my systems as I try to do, making sure everything's up and running. Hold on. Trying to stop the rattling from my freaking PC's shell. There we go. Hopefully that's better. Alright, good. Oh, turn the volume off on that. There we go. Okay, good. So I think we're all up and running, everyone. So I found another playlist that claims to be lo-fi, copyright free, but as you might be able to tell, some of the songs from the playlist I tend to use is on this one. So it's a bit of a mix of songs you've heard before and other background music. Alright, scoot, scoot, scoot. So what's on the agenda for today? I have to admit, I'm feeling kind of out of it, but I have a bit of a headache, so I'm just like, what am I going to draw today? I don't know, what am I going to draw today? I just got a number of things in my mind. It's the holidays, so I got to plan like events, a few gifts, and once again, just too many art projects. So I said, yeah, let's pull out an old sketch. So what do we have here? So, today we're going to be drawing monster girls, primarily this young lady here. So this is a sketch I did many a year ago. Various aspects of my art style have changed and adjusted since then. So we're just going to use this sketch as like a kind of a literal just like a jumping point. We're going to definitely change a few things up. But essentially it is just a monstrous kind of Japanese schoolgirl with big, long, spidery fingers. And that's it. We're just gonna have some fun and draw some monster girls. Sorry they're not like sexy, pretty monster girls. We're just gonna go loose with this. Pull the volume back just a little bit on the music. So you know the head is going. So essentially, I made these three. They were part of a story I have, one of many stories. But when it boils down to it, they are a trio of Japanese tourists who, while visiting New York, end up being possessed, if you would, and turn into various monstrosities, kind of like zombie-esque. You know, skin is kind of rotting, with slight physical mutations. In this case, the girl has long giant hands, and they're just background monsters, background bad guys. No real storyline behind them other than they are a slew of characters who the main character bumps into and has to deal with a few times. It's like a monster slaying kind of storyline. Modern day guy fighting monsters. This one was extremely influenced from movies like Evil Dead, and later on a lot of the human transformations were more like The Thing. But yeah, just monster girl for the sake of monster girl. I really like this face. She has like an Ed and an Eddie kind of expression. I don't know why. Yeah, so we're gonna have some fun with this. And I have the sketch, but we're not going to be sticking with this sketch. So let's see. Yeah. So we are going to be using, we'll be sketching on top of a sketch, if that makes sense. get a sense of like what her head is and everything. So everything's, as far as the head goes, I think everything's still pretty like lined up the way I wanted it to. The ear should be a little further back, I think. Yeah. Alright. The body's all angular. Look at that freaking uniboob I gave her when I first designed her. Yeah, she's gonna go through some changes right now. Probably bring in that arm a bit. She's like running oddly. She has like a weird like strut to her at the moment. Maybe we could like kind of exaggerate. Maybe we could work on that foreshortening of the leg. This arm definitely has to come in a pinch. This one, maybe I'll bring it back a bit. She is suffering from a little bit of big head syndrome. Alright. Yeah, that seems about right. Just trying to get an idea of... She's like a... she's like a... she's not elegant the way she runs. But yeah, so I think the main things I'm going to focus on is messing with the positions of the hands. Work on the torso a bit. It's like right about here. And then this and that. Okay. Yeah, we have an idea what we're working with here. The face is pretty much going to be the same. I'm just going to adjust the hair a little bit. Yeah, so like I said, she's part of a trio. So her main distinction is that like you never see her eyes. That's hence the Ed and Eddie reference I made earlier. And I guess maybe in some conscious level they're meant to be the Kanker sisters. They're not really meant to be the Kanker sisters, but I guess on some conscious level they do kind of fit that. But essentially, so she has these long, elongated. Maybe I'll do the forearms also long, like really mess with that a bit as well. and she has these long, like almost like razor fingers. Another sister, you do see her face, and she has a little tire mark across her face because she got ran over by a car. And they're all just wearing like more or less high school girl outfits, whether or not they're even in high school or they decide to wear it while being tourists in New York. Yeah, put whatever you want in there. She has like a big teethy grin, big underbite grin going on. And the last one, I think the last one, I kind of ran out of ideas for her. I think her hands are like her fingers have welded together, so she's more claw-like. This one's more like Freddy Krueger fingers. The other one's more like claw-like. They're mainly humanoid, but like their skin is like turning green, and there's like welts on them and stuff. They're not meant to be like, they're not meant to be pretty monster girls. These are like actually like an Evil Dead. Like these are monster girls that just, they're not having a good time. Now someone just texted me. Don't know who, but someone just tried to text me right now. I'll check that in a bit. Yeah, and I want her teeth to be apparent. Like, you know, when people stylize, when you draw characters, you don't always draw like all their individual teeth. No, she has this big teethy grin. Check his name real quick. Just doing a quick Google search for like a reference. I'm looking for like a hair reference. Like, make sure I get the bangs right. Nope, that didn't help at all. Did it? Did it? Because I designed her with short hair. Let me go back. Yeah, she has like a short bob. I don't know if you call it a bob, whatever. Here we go. Short hair, large bangs. That's what I'm looking for. I just want to get a basic shape. I gave her straight hair. Maybe I should have the hair kind of curled in. Yeah, why not? Give her Uraraka hair. The kind of hair that curves, that curls. Here I kind of gave her like a head, like a front wave. Kind of weird. That's weird. My navigation window's acting funny. Come on. Okay, let's see what we got. That might work. Because what I see a lot of is like hair that if we can find an example of it that could then copy over. Like it comes down here but then just kinda like umbrellas outward. Like that. Like I'm seeing that kind of hair everywhere. I originally designed it with like straight hair, but like big bangs. You know what, screw it, I'm gonna keep it straight hair. Well, it's messy hair to be honest. Her hair's like just everywhere to be honest. Yeah, like unflattering like hair. That looks good. It is more or less like what the original looked like. I just kind of pulled back the curl in the front. Also reduced the size a little bit. Okay. So something funny. I got a text from my mom earlier. She's like, "Yo, put channel 32," and I'm like, "32? That's Cartoon Network. What's up?" And they were apparently they're like showing they're showing the first two Ninja Turtle movies. I know this. I turned it on to catch the end of the second one, and then they restarted. Then they restarted with the first one. I'm like, "Oh wow, they're showing the original Ninja Turtle movies." But if anyone's ever watched the original Ninja Turtle movies, they know they're serious to a certain extent. I mean, it's still like Ninja Turtles, it's still Ninja Turtles. Uh, but they have this, it's this. They have a level of darkness and grittiness to it you kind of see from '90s movies. They're not like colorful and playful and making all these jokes. Like things happen in that. Like freaking Raphael like almost dies and spends like a chunk of the third act like comatose. Like if you really think about it, it's not the kind of formula they do today in kids cartoons. But what I thought was like really freaking funny, and anyone who's seen the original movie knows about this. Raphael, like, he swears, he says "damn" a lot. It's like those like he says "damn" like I think 3 times in the film, but it's like really like elaborate. It's like "damn," like he gets really over the top with it. And there's there it's on freaking Cartoon Network, so they can't have him say that. But they also don't like dub it. Like they don't have him say like "dang it," like they don't even try that anymore. So you have these moments of just silence, and you have like that one scene where he's chasing Casey Jones, where he loses him in the crowd and gets so pissed he screams out "damn," and it echoes through like all of New York. It just cuts to a scene of New York, like it's like it loses all weight behind it. It's like, oh, come on, man. I get it. It's on Cartoon Network. It's for kids. Standards have changed, but standards have changed as to what we can and can't show in kids cartoons. But still, like you could have done something with the scene. It comes off really crappy. Just kids at home watching it, wondering like, did something bad happen? Why did it go quiet all of a sudden? I don't know. It's like, I mean, I have to give him credit, dude. Like, I would not expect him to show the original Ninja Turtles on Cartoon Network like at all. It's part of something called like the Acme Hour or something, like Acme Movies. Like it's something I guess it was trying out. Which kind of it kind of reminds me of when they used to do things like that. When, remember before streaming when there was like always a segment. You come out of school, there was 2 hours of cartoon. At home, there was the 8 o'clock block. All of a sudden, they're like, okay, yeah, we're gonna have a segment called the Acme Hour or the Acme Movie, whatever it is. It's just them showing movies on Sunday night, and I was like, it just caught me off guard. But yeah, now that I think about it, I am genuinely surprised that they're showing Ninja Turtles on Cartoon Network. The new Ninja Turtles. Sorry, correction. The old Ninja Turtles as opposed to the new ones. I was just like, oh, that's different. Yeah, just small corrections. Fixing the nose a bit, moving the ear back a bit. Yeah, small corrections. Who's that in Restream? Hey, good to see you, Joe. Good to see you. Let me take off the original sketch and just work with this skeletal body. So I just love, the one thing I love the most about this is the way I got her smile. Like that's, I don't know, I'm just happy with that. It's just, she has like big head syndrome, but then I'm looking at like how she's running, like she's kind of like leaning her head forward and her like her head and her leg forward. I'm not sure what the motion here is, but she's like galloping as she runs. I'm having a little issue with this. Maybe I should leave this arm like. Where's my wand? No, not the wand. Muscle. Maybe I should leave this arm outward as well. Like she's running like this, while her shoulders up. Just to kind of match closer to the original drawing, I guess. I know I'm going to move this leg back a bit more. That much I do know. And the foot, like all this kind of like still sits where it should be sitting. That, man, that boot came out real good. real quick and good. I'm surprising myself about that. Take off my flip flop. That should go in. That foot, we're gonna work on that foot. That foot we need to work on. For sure. Okay, let's see. Still iffy about the proportions, like the head to the body. All right, let's mess with the hand. Let's get some creepy hands in here. There is an individual I follow on Instagram who her entire gallery is just makeup for her hands, and she'll make dragon claws or like human hand bursting out of reptile hand or vice versa, or like mechanical hands. It's literally just hand makeup. It's really interesting. And once again, if and when I remember the page, I'll be sure to mention it before the stream ends. But yeah, it's just like it's beautiful. It's like beauty makeup meets monster makeup. It's really well done, and it's just really creative. The way, like you see here, how I'm trying to add like a bit of I guess you could call it like a little bit of weight to it. It's not just a nail, but the fingertip is becoming bone-like, so I'm adding like wrinkles around the edges. Like it's stuff like that that she pays really close attention to. Wrong button. That was good. I like that. So that'll be like 1, 2 for sure, 3, and then 4 right there. Except it'll be further up, more like one's over here. There we go. Okay, that hand's coming together nice. And before I go crazy drawing all the fingers, let's just tighten up a little bit on the rest of the hand. Like I want to keep some of the elements like the veins that are in her arm, things like that. You know, really lanky, bony. Like they took the idea was that it's a girl who's already naturally kind of petite, kind of thin in body type, but who's just been stretched out and, you know, kind of how they depict what's it called, like Wendigos. How Wendigos are just like humans, but they're super stretched out. I'm talking about the more human Wendigos, not the ones you see that are more like deer. You know, with antlers and stuff, not like deer-like. They're the human ones. So speaking of, you know, just trying to get anatomy that fits the character, it's funny because one of the artists, one of the many artists I follow on Twitter, was basically joking and saying, "Listen, I don't give a damn about the He-Man series, but Evelyn looks awesome," because apparently in like the new show, Evelyn is now jacked. She's become like she has the power of Grayskull apparently. Or something. I don't know what the full plot is, but the fact is, Evelyn's looking good apparently. You know what? That head is bothering me. I'm gonna shoot that head down. But yeah, Evelyn apparently like, you know, remember all those guys that got super angry because they were like, Adora looks too boyish, and then you have Evelyn who's just super jack. But it's well done. It's like it's still a woman's physique, but just really muscular and built. And all the fans who were just casual, who were like, we don't give a fuck about, oh, Adora's not pretty or He-Man's not muscular enough. We don't care. We just like fun characters, like the actual people you want to talk to on the internet. and they're the ones. All the artists are like, "Yo, Evelyn looks awesome." A little bit of cleanup here and there. A little bit of cleanup. We'll be doing cleanup left and right. Like I'm just going loose today, guys. I'm not trying to go too crazy. But yeah, fixing the head. That's a lot better. That's a lot better. Speaking of anatomy. Speaking of which. There we go. Because petite or not, like no matter what, you know, she needs a slight curve to her. Even if I'm gonna be covering it all in cloth. Like if you don't get the sketch process right, the rest just won't work. Gotta fix that forearm. Because if she's curving inward, this muscle should not be on top. It should be more like that. Yeah. Something like that. That's how you get like this little like pinch of the muscle when the muscle hits the bone. Like that's how you get this right about here because it's doing that. She also has like sores, like imperfections in the skin. Like freaking, looks like someone just stuck a bunch of really nasty looking pepperonis on her. Something over here. I'm shocked at how well this boot came out in the background. Like I just want to ink it, right? I want to like really just clean it up right now because holy crap, how did that come out so good? Alright, there we go. For now. Not the cleanest inking I've done, but for now, it shall suffice. So I'm bringing it up more to try and get like that foreshortening. There we go. Just looking at some reference to make sure I get like the shape of the bottom of a boot correct, more or less. That is a good one. That's a good reference right there. She's not wearing boots, but you know what I mean. So it's kind of like... The main thing is... no matter what, it's curving like that. No matter what shape I give it. A bit tiny. We can fix that. Nope, that's skew. Try again. It's not skew, it's perspective. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Cancel, let's try again. Yeah. The issue I'm having is not. It's like the arch plus the natural like how the foot widens in the front. Like going from the arch to the widening of the foot is what's giving me an issue. Might be too small. We'll stick with it for now. For now, we'll stick with it. Where's my folder? Saving. Save as, people. Save. Save, save, save. Alright, I actually need to change the name of this folder. For sure. Because this folder was a number of ideas from years ago, and since then I've adjusted my ideas. There it is. Oh, that's what's bothering me. Like, this part of the chest should be not like that. There you go, because she's leaning forward. I'm like, why does she look so broad? It's because of the chest wasn't working out. It was looking weird. Thinking if I should also like really like make the leg look thin. Like, yeah, like exaggerate the skinniness of the leg with like the way the muscle touches on it. Because you know they're all these are meant to be monstrous girls. They're not fit. So once I back away, it's gonna look super weird. Yep. I will get to that in a bit. Let's focus on what I do know. Doing weird freaking hands. Because God knows I can't do regular looking hands. I don't want to mess up that boot. So we're going to go ahead and make another layer right there. That looks good, okay. Fix. Freaking. Don't rotate on me. Don't you dare rotate on me. I feel like the hands are coming out too thin. Like the fingers are coming out too thin. I kind of want them, I don't know, strong, I guess? I don't know. Like I was so happy with the way the thumb came out. Just trying to get the hand, the rest of the hand to look similar to it. part of me is thinking I should like really exaggerate the knuckles. I think that's what it is. Like the thumb came out like so bulbous, which I'm okay with. That the rest of the hand, the rest of the fingers come out kind of weird looking. I think I need to like work on this, like work on the actual nail part. Yeah, okay. Still a bit thin here. Like, let's actually bump up, like, how this looks. Just by a pinch. There we go. That looks better. Alright, now we're going to cross your fingers. We don't screw it up. We're going to erase that boot. Just right here. Yeah, I like that. That hand looks good. Hand looks nice. Creepy hand. Ugh, I don't know what it is. I just got a headache. I don't know what's going on. Let's get that green layer back in here for a minute. Alright, so the green layer. We pretty much got what we want from the body with the green layer, right? So let's use this same. What am I doing? Oh, wasting my time. Delete. New layer. Let's use this on a lighter. There we go. Let's kind of map out the outfit she's wearing. So first things first, sleeves go that way. I guess this sleeve would be more. Good. She's kind of like running with her left side a little, her right side a little forward. Her left side's up and back. I don't know if that makes sense, but. I gave her like the typical freaking like school uniform with the little tie in the front and everything. The typical like Sailor Moon school uniform, even though it's probably super out of date. Yeah, so just do a test. Modern Japanese, not yen. Modern Japanese school uniform. Like, what are they actually wearing nowadays, you know? Plenty of costumes. Plenty of costumes. The tie is still a thing. They have, like, the blouse. If they're not wearing the blouse, then they do have, like, the sailor thing. Yeah, it's still a thing. But once again, it's like it's hard to tell what's the actual uniform and what people have been freaking like, you know, for fun costumes and crap like that. But like the actual like suit shirt over the blouse, if that makes sense, that's really what you're looking for. But once again, these are meant to be fictional characters. They're girls who are being tourists. They're messing with the boys in America. I don't know. How short? No. How short is a short sleeve? I guess the sleeve would be a bit. Here's one. That's a short skirt on this picture. Like everything looks fine. The shirt looks shorter than I think it should be. Correction. This is Korean. I did a Japanese search. This is Korean, and it is a thing for sale. It is obviously not what they are normally wearing. Here we go. Find like actual photographs of them just walking around in parks and stuff. Like just like this is just on a school trip kind of stuff. There it is. Yep. It's like a sweater pretty much. So it's like it tucks in. I found ones these are more like sweaters. The way the shirt is, it folds just if it comes down and folds like at the waistline. If you can't tell, I've never been good at like fabric stuff. Okay. We got something we could work with here. Damn it, just zoom in on the picture. I'm gonna find reference of like just how the fabric folds around the sleeves. Something like that. There we go, yeah. Okay. You have a start. So we're going to do a new layer. First of all, this is our ink layer, basic ink layer. Label that. This is our sketch layer, and we're going to do another layer of inks to kind of shape, get some of the shape out for the uniform. This way, what I'm trying to do is get like a real sensation of like the wrinkles and how they fold and how they work. Because you're also dealing with the type of fabric. Does it, is it like iron press? Is it like, stiff in certain areas and smooth in other areas, etc., etc.? I like the way the waist is right there. The waist looks good. Should we go cute? Give her a big cartoonishy kind of bow? So you know what? Yeah, let's get the inks back in here. Let's get the body inks, that is. And we're just gonna go ahead and get rid of everything we don't need. Oh, gotta readjust that one sleeve because the arm is actually outside of it. Yeah, that sleeve is too thin anyway. She's so freaking frumpy looking. Yeah, I'm gonna pull this in. That looks too frumpy for me. It is better. Okay, that's better. Still like the way that hand came out. The hand looks awesome. I'm on the fence about everything else though. The original sketch is exaggerated in terms of like how skinny she is. I think it's the shoulder. Hold on. Yeah, that shoulder is way too massive. That's bothering me. Just to like thin her out. It's also a little disconnected. Like it seems like it's too far away from her. Let me combine these layers and get it done with. Where are you? There you are. Let me combine these two ink layers. And then I could do some real adjustments. Yeah, something's off about the shoulder. Like, right here is what we're looking at for the shoulder, and that is too far out, I think. Feels like it should. It feels like it should be further in. So let me see what I can do. Better. Not perfect, but better. Oh, wrong layer. Whoopsie. You gotta love Google. You do a Google search, and Google gives you the options of all, images, shopping, news, video, and more. You click images, and on the images page, there's just things for sale. Like you're not looking for shopping. You're looking for images, just images, and it's just everyone's trying to make money. Everyone's trying to make money somehow. I'm by now just still looking at different references. And now I'm like in the section of just like modern modern art trends, and I'm like, okay, modern fashion trends. Here's a fun part: doing a pleated, trying to draw a pleated skirt that is also like kind of curving upward. This should be fun. I know I have an art book somewhere here. Somewhere in my house, I have some old like how to draw. It's one of those how to draw like Japanese anime kind of books. But this one was like more about the fashion of it. I know I have it somewhere in the house. I feel like it's something like that. Trying to get used to using this curve tool. Slowly but surely, I'm learning how to use this damn program. What is that? Oh, that's this chunky layer right here. No. No. There you are. Lock you, open you up. Let's unlock you again real quick. Looks like it might work. Okay. Excuse me for a sec. I want to see what's going on my phone because someone's texting me a lot while I'm streaming. Let's take off. Where are we? Boop. Okay. Give me a second, guys. Alright, never mind. False alarm. There we go. Oh. It's getting there. It's getting there. Like, I don't know. Should I have just freaking inked the original with a few small adjustments rather than try and redraw the whole damn thing? I don't know. I'm happy with the way the new hand came out. Like, Palmy's like okay, so proportion-wise of how this looks, it's so weird, but I still like it. Do do do. It's actually dancing. Do 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 do. Yeah, part of me is like, man, maybe I should have just left it. I don't know. Kind of mixed on it now. You know what, guys? I think what it is that I'm not really in the headspace today. It's hard to tell you, but man, this headache is not helping me right now. So I think I'm going to end this short. We're going to stop here. Because something's going on where I'm not connecting with this drawing as much as I should. Like, you know, happy with the way the face is coming out more or less. Happy with the way the hand, that hand looks awesome. But it just, I don't know, like, part of me feels maybe I should just, even though the original sketch was like years ago, many years ago, like my style has changed since then, part of me feels like I should maybe just like revisit this and just correct the sketch. Just like stick with like correcting the sketch and correcting like certain little details, but keeping like the proportions and like the actual layout of the body. We'll see. We will. Oof, excuse me. We shall return to this hopefully in another day. Hit save. Okay, let me turn off this music. I hate this. Like every time I find what I think is a new copyright-free music playlist, it's the same music. It's literally the same music every single time. Which goes and shows you how many freaking YouTube channels are just copying each other. It's right up there with like a YouTube channel that reacts to another YouTube channel's reaction of something. Like, I find those really freaking stupid. Like, I'm gonna watch a reaction of someone to a movie or a video game because I like that person and how they react and their commentary. I'm not gonna watch someone's reaction to that reaction. But yeah, I say we stop here for now because I'm not connecting with this today. In truth, my mind is actually back at my work table on a few projects I'm physically working on. Check out my Instagram for that. I'm basically doing a ghost in a bottle. So go to my Instagram. You can see the work in progress for that. Along with that, of course, is the two figurines I'm trying to get done. One of which is a transforming figurine from a human to a monster. One of which is a statuette for my good friend Red Spectra. So yeah, a lot of my mindset right now actually isn't so much in my drawings. A lot of it's on my work table, just messing with my hands, and a little bit of writing too. Which in the end, the writing isn't really something you'd want to watch me. You don't want to watch me try and type on Twitch. Trust me. No matter what I do, it would not be interesting. But yeah, I think that's it, guys. We're gonna call it a night. It's the first week of December. It's getting a little chilly over here in the United States. Up and down in the temperature, and it's only going to get colder. To everyone out there, please be safe. We all know the world is very crazy right now, and with the holidays, it does not help. It gets a little stressful. So, with that said, once again, I am Dante. Like, favorite, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I'll see you